Hey guys, Super Dave here. The subject of our video today is how do you do the no money down deal? I've done it for 30 years now, and I've really perfected the art of buying a house and not having to bring any money to the closing table. That's the beauty of the no money down deal. This is going to enable you to buy more property. So think about it. You go out there, you see a house, you want to take it down, you want to buy your next rental property, but you have to come up with 20%. This can be $20, $30, $40, maybe even $50,000. You have to have liquid to put down to give the bank 20%, so they will loan you the 80%. Well, this is hard. It can be done a couple times, but if you have to come up with that much money every time you buy a house, you're not going to be able to scale up and buy a lot of rental property. So it's real important to have this no money down component to how you buy houses. This is going to help you grow. This is going to help you buy more property and get bigger faster. And that's how the no money down deal can help you out. So the first thing I'm going to do, step one, is teach you the basics of the no money down deal. So you see a house and you want to buy it. It's a rental property. It's in a good location. You know it's a rentable property and you want to go after it. So this is what I suggest. You go to the seller and try to get in front of them face to face. And what you're going to do is you're going to ask the seller to finance 20% of the purchase price. So 80% comes from the bank and 20% you get a loan from the seller. Now, this confuses a lot of people, but it's a pretty basic process. What you want to do is ask the seller out of their equity to loan you 20%. And then you'll pay them back with interest. And within 3 to 5 years, you'll be able to do a balloon payment and pay them off. Step two in the no money down deal is talking to the seller. This is a real key component in getting somebody to give you the no money down deal, because you want them to loan you part of their equity. And that's a little bit of a tricky thing to ask from somebody, and it's real important that you speak to them and you let them know that over the time period that you're paying them back, they're going to make interest and they're going to make money on the money they loan you. And it's real important to let them know that their capital gains are going to be reduced because they're not paying a big capital gain bill on the day of closing. And you really want to speak to them and how it's going to benefit them. It's also important, step number 3, is let the seller know that you're a responsible person, that you pay your bills on time and you plan to pay them on time. It's real important that they get their payment every month on this second mortgage and that you honor that and you're never late. I always sit down with the seller and let them know I'm a responsible person. I pay everything on time. They can check my credit if they want to. They can check references if you have them, other people who have done the no money down deal for you. So it's real important to talk to this person and say, look, I'm responsible. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay you on time. And when the balloon payment comes, which means you make their final payment to them, that you're going to make it on time and for the full amount. And be earnest about this and honest, and just tell them this is the type person you are, and this is the time to sell yourself. It's real important to let them know who you are and how you act, and you're going to treat them with respect. Now, the last point I want to make about the no money down deal is it doesn't always work. So you have to be ready for a plan B. You approach a seller, you ask them to finance 20% of the deal to you, and they just say no. They don't want to do it. Maybe they need the money to buy their next property and they're not able to loan you the 20%. Then you have to be ready with your investors. You should always be talking to people in your community who have money, who want to make their money grow. And the first step is you go to somebody and say, hey, I need $50,000 to buy a rental house. Would you be willing to loan me the money? And I'll pay you a good interest rate and you can make money on your money. And some people would be happy to do that. They have money sitting in a savings account. It's just sitting there maybe making 2%, and you offer them 6% on their money. They can grow their money faster. So you try that. Now, another component of that is if they want to be involved in the deal and if there's room to bring somebody in, you can say to them, I will make you a part owner of the house. You got to make sure there's good cash flow and there's enough money to go around. But if you see an opportunity and you don't want the house to slip past you and you don't have the money to put down and the no money down deal doesn't work, this is your last move. You go to your investors, you try to get the money from somebody, and you can still take the house down. And here's an example of how I would structure a $100,000 no money down deal. You're going to get 80%, $80,000 from the bank. And then you're going to go to the seller and get 20%. And typically how I structure this is I say over a 20-year period, at the going interest rate, I will pay you monthly the principal and the interest. And then what you do next is you tell them when you're going to pay the loan off. It's called the balloon payment. That's when you finally pay the loan off. And so I typically tell people 3 to 5 years because I like to season the house, raise the rent, improve the property. So then I go back and get a new loan and I pay them off. So that's the basic structure of the no money down deal. I hope the components of the no money down deal are helpful to you, and I'm going to elaborate on some of these points in further videos. The no money down deal is the best thing that's ever happened to me in my career. This is how I was able to scale up to 53 houses, buy an apartment building, buy commercial properties. I did not have 20% to buy all those properties. A majority of my deals were no money down. Where I walked into the closing table, I didn't bring a check, and I walked out of there owning a house that has cash flow and equity. Now, I'm going to keep talking about the no money down deal. I'm going to keep educating you on it. It's a great tool to have in your bag. It's going to help you buy more properties than you ever dreamed you could buy. So I hope it was helpful. I really appreciate your time today. And if you could subscribe to my channel, that would really help me out. Give me the thumbs up if you like what you're hearing. And remember, in your day, do the most productive thing every moment of every day.